Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Allie Bates, and I am the camp director here at Knoll Day Camp in East Long Meadow. I know there are many questions and concerns regarding the safety of our campers and our staff during this pandemic. Our number one rule this summer is safety first, fun second. My staff and colleagues have been preparing for camp to provide a safe and understanding environment for everyone. There have been many meetings and discussions regarding the importance of opening Knoll this summer. Our advantage with opening camp is trying to demonstrate how to be socially distant in a fun way. Our camp is mainly outdoors, and this will give our staff the opportunity to educate your children on how to socially distance themselves even while having fun with their friends. This year, Knoll will look very different to many. Over here to my right, we have the Knoll building that's going to be housed for our 10 to 12-year-old age groups, and we're going to have a 1-to-10 ratios for counselors to campers. Behind me at Knoll Day Camp, these are usually our art and nature facility buildings, but this year with the social distancing and our ratios, they're going to be housed for the 8 to 9-year-old age groups, so Camp 4 and Camp 5 will each be in one of these buildings behind me. Behind me is Birch Hall. It is usually housed for our middle-aged camp groups between 9 to 12. This year, we're going to be using it for our 7, 8, and 9-year-olds, depending on how many kids we have attending camp. And behind me on the diagonal is Pine Lodge building. Usually we use that for our younger elementary school ages, 5 through 7. This year, it'll house our youngest sprouts from 3 to 4-year-olds, and then our 5 and 6-year-old group will also be up in that building. As we know, there are many guidelines and restrictions that go along with opening up our day camp. I would like to discuss some of those with you at this time. Starting with the guidelines for camp this summer. Health screenings. What are health screenings going to look like? These screenings will occur every morning at drop-off between myself, the assistant recreation director, my assistant director, and my staff supervisor. We will all be wearing masks, shields, and gloves to take each child's temperature at drop-off while asking them a series of COVID-related questions regarding the symptoms they may be feeling. We ask that all parents remain in their car at this time. After the screening is complete, the child will be walked by a staff member to a hand sanitizing or hand washing station and then directed to their area. All of our employees will also be wearing masks when social distancing cannot be maintained. Throughout the day, our staff will not be required to wear masks outdoors while eating or drinking, as long as they are respecting our rules of staying 6 feet apart at all times. The staff will wear masks when walking campers around, helping at drop-off and pickup, and when assisting a child directly. We will be sanitizing all areas, tables, chairs, and equipment used frequently. All of our staff will work independently or in a group of 2 counselors, depending on our ratios. For children 7 years or younger, there is a 1-to-5 ratio. For children 8 years and older, there is a 1-to-10 ratio. All of our area tables and chairs will also be spaced 6 feet apart and marked accordingly. There will be no sharing of sunscreen, clothes, or food of any kind. For the pool, it will be cleaned after each group has used the pool, the changing areas, the locker rooms, and the bathrooms. Our maintenance worker, who is here all day, every day, will be sanitizing in between each group. At the end of each day, there will be a deep cleaning procedure done to make sure all germs and bacteria are washed away for the next day. What will social distancing look like at Knoll this summer? There will be no more than 10 children in one group with 2 staff members for some groups, 1 staff person with other groups depending on the age. There will be no mixing of children between groups. All groups will be consistent through the week with the same staff members. Camp activities will be held primarily in the outdoor setting when weather permits. When weather is non-permitting for outdoor activities, groups will stay inside in their respective buildings. There will be no large all-camp activities until social distancing guidelines are relaxed and determined by the Department of Public Health, CDC, and other guidelines made available. Individualized activities for children will be promoted. Buildings will be rearranged to promote individualized play. Our communication plan this summer. General communication. Signage will be posted around the Knoll facility regarding social distancing, hand washing, best practices while sneezing and coughing, and other signs as needed. Signage will also be posted along the entrance of Pine Knoll facility with verbiage that if any patron is displaying any symptoms of COVID-19, they are forbidden from entering the facility. ePact software will be used to send automated text messages and phone calls. Email updates will be provided through constant contact revolving around any updates regarding the operation of Pine Knoll and COVID-19. The communication plan between our children at Pine Knoll. Different conversation tactics will be put into place to train and assist camp staff while talking with campers about COVID-19 to avoid fear. More information can be found on the Pine Knoll COVID discussion document. Camp staff will also hold small group trainings and demonstrations on behaviors and precautions campers should abide by to prevent the spread of COVID-19, including how and when to effectively wash and sanitize, how to practice physical distancing in various settings, including our classrooms, cabins, cafeteria, etc., which symptoms to look out for and when to report them and to whom, when to stay home, coughing etiquette, other camp-specific policies or guidelines. A lot of people have questions about a positive test of COVID-19. If a participant tests positive for COVID-19, there are rules and guidelines that will be followed. All of this necessary information will be listed in our parent handbook. Hygiene protocols at Pine Knoll Day Camp. Hand washing stations will be made available across campus with soap and water. Instructions for hand washing will be posted in every area. Alcohol-based sanitizers, at least 60% alcohol, will be located around campus, including in buildings and all outdoor stations. Hand hygiene stations will be set up at the entrance to camp. Once screened and approved to be let into camp, staff will sanitize the participants' hands. If parents do not permit the use of hand sanitizer, they must be taken to the nearest hand washing station. PPE and mask wearing for campers at Pine Knoll. Parents will be strongly encouraged to teach their children how to properly wear a mask and proper donning and doffing techniques. They will also be asked to send their child with clean masks daily. Campers will not be required to wear a mask if social distancing can be observed while eating and drinking. Campers will be supervised at all times when masks are being worn. Parents will be required to wear masks while they are out of their cars and on the campus of Pine Knoll. How to prepare your child for camp. During this difficult time, all of our nation has been socially distant. Coming to camp is going to be such an exciting time for your child, seeing their friends and their counselors again. We have to express the importance of explaining what camp will look like this summer. The main issue is going to be personal space. The first step to explaining your child is about not hugging or touching their friends. I know this is going to be very hard, as it will be for me as well. There are many articles online that can be researched on how to explain COVID to young children. Another aspect is explaining what the staff will look like when they arrive at camp on the first day. Your child will probably experience some nerves when they see me or my staff wearing masks, shields, and gloves as they exit their vehicles to start the daily health screening. We would like you to explain to your child that our main priority is to keep them safe and healthy. Another aspect is understanding that games will all be socially distant. This will require each child to really listen to their counselors and understand the importance of staying apart. I know this was a lot of information to take in, but I want everyone to know that we are going to be working very diligently to make sure your children and our staff are safe this summer. All of the information that was just listed and talked about will be provided to you in detail in our parent handbook this summer. Even though our summer is looking quite different than usual, we want to let everyone know that we are here to support you and guide you through these difficult times. Please feel free to reach out to me or to anyone at the Recreation Department for any questions or concerns that you may have. I hope this information today was informative for you, and I look forward to seeing you all this summer. Please remember that we will get through this new challenge together.